Think Cambodia is all about temples and tuk-tuks. Think again. In this land of ancient secrets and surprising customs, girls have their own love huts. Pink curtains signal a search for husbands, and some women are secretly tattooed just because they're too beautiful. These aren't legends, they're real. Stick around for 18 strange, fascinating facts about Cambodia you've never heard before. Cambodia, the cultural bridge of Southeast Asia. Cambodia, officially known as the Kingdom of Cambodia, is located in Southeast Asia and is often seen as a cultural bridge linking Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. Covering around 181,035 square kilometers, 69,898 square miles, it's roughly the same size as the U.S. state of Washington. Despite its modest Seoul, Cambodia is home to one of the largest religious monuments in the world, Angkor Wat. This iconic temple is so vital to national identity that it even appears on the Cambodian flag, symbolizing the country's deep-rooted history and cultural pride. Cambodia has a population of about 17 million people. Most are ethnically Khmer, but the population also includes Chinese, Cham, Vietnamese, and other minority groups. The country experiences a tropical monsoon climate with warm temperatures year-round, averaging about 27 degrees and 80 degrees C. The rainy season, which runs from May to October, nourishes rice fields and sustains Cambodia's position as one of the region's top rice exporters. While Khmer is the official language, English is becoming increasingly common, especially in tourist hubs and commercial centers. Tourism plays a vital role in Cambodia's economy, not just because of the awe-inspiring Angkor Wat, but also due to the country's warm hospitality, vibrant cultural heritage, and breathtaking landmarks. Sampeah, Cambodia's unique greeting. In Cambodia, greetings aren't exchanged with handshakes, hugs, or waves like in the West. Instead, people press their palms together in front of their chest and bow slightly in a traditional gesture called the Sampeah. Though it may appear simple, the Sampeah carries profound social and cultural meaning. The height of the hands and the depth of the bow reflect the status of the person being greeted. For peers or everyday people, the hands are held at chest level. For elders or respected individuals, they rise to the chin or forehead. And for monks or royalty, they are raised to the top of the head. This gesture isn't limited to greetings. It's also used to express gratitude, offer apologies, give blessings, and pray. At its core, the Sampeah embodies humility. By pressing their palms together, Cambodians silently say, "I am not above you. I honor you." When a Cambodian greets you with a Sampeah, they are not simply saying hello, they're extending a deep expression of respect and goodwill. Pink curtains at the window, a charming Cambodian tradition. In rural areas of Cambodia, instead of using dating apps or social media, families sometimes follow a sweet and time-honored tradition to show that their daughter is single and of marriageable age. They hang a light pink curtain outside their home, quietly signaling her availability. No words are necessary, just one pink curtain, and the whole village understands the message. This tradition allows serious young men to respectfully identify and get to know potential brides. Cambodian women are admired for their sun-kissed skin, gentle demeanor, and graceful beauty. In Phnom Penh, many women work in tourism, hospitality, or foreign companies where they gain experience interacting with people from diverse cultures, becoming poised and confident communicators. Interestingly, Cambodia sees 3,000 to 4,000 international marriages each year, often involving American, French, Korean, or Japanese men. For those seeking a partner who is both traditional and strong-willed, a pink curtain could be a quiet invitation to love. And if you ever notice a white curtain instead, that too carries a special meaning, one you might just have to ask about. Traditional weddings in Cambodia. Weddings in Cambodia are rich with symbolism, elegance, and tradition. The longer the ceremony, the more it reflects respect and blessings for the couple's future. One of the most sacred rituals is the symbolic haircutting ceremony, where the bride and groom sit before an altar, honoring their ancestors. Family members dressed as living angels gently touch scissors to their hair, not to actually cut it, but to symbolically cleanse their past and prepare them for a new chapter together. The bride changes into 3 to 5 traditional Khmer wedding dresses, each with different colors, hairstyles, and full sets of jewelry. This transformation is often likened to a royal procession, with the bride looking like a real-life Apsara goddess, reminiscent of the celestial figures carved into Angkor Wat. One central ritual involves elders tying red threads around the couple's wrists. Each thread carries a unique meaning, a blessing, a wish, or sometimes even a humorous warning, like, "If you're unfaithful, this string will teach you a lesson." At midnight, the couple takes part in a final ritual where they pretend to wake each other up, light a ceremonial lamp, and open a door to invite the spirit of luck into their home. While some modern couples admit they're too tired to fully perform the ritual, they still cherish its cultural significance. Cambodian weddings are not just about union. They're a celebration of heritage, family, and the timeless traditions that continue to live on in a rapidly modernizing world. A village that says no to money. In some remote corners of Cambodia, money isn't the most important thing. It's not even necessary. Instead of using cash or digital wallets, entire communities still practice an age-old form of barter, exchanging goods directly for other goods. A basket of sweet potatoes might be swapped for a bottle of cooking oil, or a sack of rice could pay for a water pump repair. What's truly astonishing is how smoothly this system functions, without government oversight, apps, or even receipts. No invoices, no QR codes, just trust, verbal agreements, and a shared understanding of what things are worth. Children growing up in these villages learn real-world lessons early: how to value things based on need, how to express gratitude, and how to build relationships that aren't based on profit. For families with little to no income, barter allows them to access essentials like food, medicine, and household tools without feeling excluded from the economy. In a world obsessed with bank accounts, debit cards, and online transactions, Cambodia quietly reminds us that there's another way to live: slower, more connected, and perhaps a little more human. Elderly Zumba by the Mekong River. If you ever stroll along Phnom Penh's Mekong River at sunset, you'll witness one of the most heartwarming scenes in Cambodia. Hundreds of elderly locals dancing Zumba, doing aerobics, and joining in open-air fitness classes right in the park. There are no luxury gyms, no personal trainers, and no fancy machines. Just loudspeakers blasting energetic music, vibrant movements, and a spirit of joyful, youthful living. Many of the participants are in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, and yet they come every day without fail. For them, this isn't just about exercise. It's about social connection, mental health, and staying positive. It's a way to reclaim energy, community, and joy. Nearby vendors often stop what they're doing to clap along with the music. Tourists snap photos in amazement. And for locals, it's simply part of daily life, a cherished routine that brings the city alive. In a world where the elderly are often overlooked or treated as burdens, Cambodia offers a beautiful contrast. Seniors who are active, joyful, and fully alive, right in the heart of the capital. A village where fish live in family wells. In Cambodia's Kampong Thom province, there's a phenomenon that feels almost magical. Many families have backyard wells filled with live fish. These fish aren't raised. They appear naturally, thanks to underground waterways that connect the wells to nearby rivers and streams. Traditionally, the villagers don't catch or eat these fish unless absolutely necessary. Instead, they see them as sacred guardians of luck, symbols of prosperity and protection. Local lore says that if your well is full of fish, your crops will flourish and your family will have a peaceful year. Children often grow up alongside the fish, even naming them like pets. Adults keep the wells clean, treating them as a spiritual heart of the household. In some village rituals, the fish are believed to be messengers between humans and the spiritual world. Elsewhere, a well is just a source of water, but in Cambodia, a well can be a sacred space, nurturing not only life but belief, tradition, and quiet miracles. Apsara dance, a sacred cultural treasure. The Apsara dance is more than just a performance. It is the most sacred and refined expression of Cambodian cultural identity. Inspired by celestial maidens in Hindu mythology, the Apsara dance has been immortalized in the intricate stone carvings of Angkor Wat. At first glance, the movements may seem slow and delicate, but behind the elegance lies astonishing complexity. Dancers must master over 1,500 distinct hand gestures. Each graceful curve of the fingers, every tilt of the eyes, and even the faintest smile convey symbolic meaning, telling stories of love, nature, and the divine rhythms of the universe. Apsara dancers are adorned in exquisite silk costumes, shimmering golden belts, and elaborate crowns that echo the headdresses of ancient goddesses. Training begins early, often as young as 6 or 7, and requires years of intense discipline. Dance masters select promising students by studying subtle qualities like the softness of a girl's hands, knees, and facial expression. And yet, despite the demanding nature of the dance, performers maintain a serene, dreamlike presence throughout every performance. If you visit Cambodia and leave without seeing an Apsara dance, you've missed an essential piece of Khmer cultural soul. Life in Phnom Penh, a capital like no other. Phnom Penh, Cambodia's energetic capital, is a place where history and modernity blend into something uniquely alive. As the sun rises, the city hums with life. Temple bells ring, street vendors shout out breakfast offerings of rice porridge, coconut cakes, and iced Khmer coffee. Elegant French colonial buildings stand alongside gleaming glass towers. Tuk-tuks weave through buzzing streams of scooters and SUVs. At first glance, it may feel chaotic, but somehow it flows with its own rhythm. For a true taste of the city's soul, head to the night market. With just a few dollars, you can sample grilled beef wrapped in banana leaves, browse handcrafted goods, and exchange smiles with local artisans. As dusk settles, locals gather along the Tonle Sap River, playing badminton, dancing Zumba, or simply enjoying street snacks. For visitors, the city offers rooftop bars like Eclipse and Sora, where cocktails are sipped beneath red-streaked sunsets over the Mekong River. No visit to Phnom Penh feels complete without a pause at the Royal Palace or Wat Phnom, the city's only hilltop temple and a cherished site of reflection. But what truly makes the city unforgettable is its people. From tuk-tuk drivers to market cooks, the warmth in their greetings bridges every language barrier with a smile. You can touch anything, except a Cambodian's head. There's a small but significant cultural norm in Cambodia that often surprises foreigners. Never touch someone's head. While it may be a casual or affectionate gesture in the West, especially with children, in Cambodian culture, the head is considered the most sacred part of the body. It is believed to house the soul, personal dignity, and spiritual energy. Touching someone's head, even playfully, can be seen as highly disrespectful, sometimes even more offensive than raising your voice. Instead, Cambodians express respect in quiet and graceful ways, bowing the head slightly when greeting, pressing palms together in the Sampeah gesture, and maintaining respectful personal space. During traditional ceremonies, entire villages may bow their heads in unison as if communing directly with their ancestors. These gestures aren't signs of submission. They are acts of humility, unity, and reverence. If you want to be welcomed warmly in Cambodia, remember this: reach for the heart, not the head. That simple awareness could be the key to forging a deeper connection with the culture and its people. A woman's beauty marked by a tattoo, the secret language of sacred ink. In the quiet villages of rural Cambodia, far from city lights and tourist trails, an ancient tradition survives, one that honors young women not with crowns or ceremonies, but with sacred ink. This is not decorative art. It's a rite of spiritual recognition, a whispered acknowledgement of grace, humility, and virtue. From childhood, girls are gently observed by elder women. They look beyond appearances, noticing how a girl speaks, how she helps her family, how she shows kindness to others. If she embodies both outer beauty and inner strength, her name may be quietly discussed among the elders. The decision is not taken lightly. It is spiritual, communal, and deeply cultural. When chosen, the girl is brought to a Khmer, a spiritual tattoo master steeped in ancient Khmer scripts and mantras. The tattooing ritual begins before sunrise. Prayers are chanted, incense burns, and protective spirits are invoked. The design, never chosen by fashion, is assigned based on the girl's character. A lotus might reflect purity. A hidden mantra could call forth wisdom. A subtle line may symbolize divine guidance. These tattoos are placed in discrete areas, behind the ear, at the nape of the neck, or on the inner wrist. They're not for display. They're for remembrance. For those who carry them, the mark is a silent inheritance, proof of who they are and where they come from. In some villages, their names are recorded not as beauty queens, but as symbols of the community's soul. To outsiders, it may seem like myth, but to those who understand, it's living heritage, etched in flesh, guided by spirit. The tradition of stilt houses over water, living in harmony with a breathing lake. In the watery heartlands of Cambodia, where the Tonle Sap Lake swells and shrinks with the rhythm of the earth, lies Kampong Phluk, a village unlike any other. Here, towering stilt houses rise 6 meters above the lake bed, built not to escape the water, but to live within its embrace. During the monsoon, the lake floods the forest and streets, transforming the village into a serene aquatic world. In the dry season, the waters recede, revealing dirt pathways where boats once floated. Life in Kampong Phluk flows with the seasons. Residents travel by boat instead of bicycles. Children grow up learning to swim and steer before they can read or write. Wooden canoes become classrooms, temples, and marketplaces. Even the local monks drift from house to house, bringing blessings by boat. Each structure, from schools to police stations, is either built on stilts or floats, designed to follow the lake's gentle breathing. But this is more than architectural ingenuity. It's a philosophy. Locals don't resist nature's force. They adapt to it, revere it. Fishing remains central to life, guided by the moon and ancient river spirits. Rituals are performed to honor the lake's soul, ensuring balance between people and water. In Kampong Phluk, water is not an obstacle. It is the road, the provider, the spirit of the village. To live here is to float with the pulse of nature, never against it. The Krung tribe and the most unique marriage tradition in Asia, love without fear. High in the misty hills of Cambodia's northeastern Ratanakiri province lives the Krung tribe, whose approach to love and courtship offers a profound alternative to modern dating. While much of the world rushes through fleeting romances and rigid social rules, the Krung have built a system grounded in choice, trust, and emotional intelligence. When a Krung girl reaches adolescence, her family constructs a love hut near their home, a modest space of her own where she is encouraged to meet and talk with boys. Far from taboo, these meetings are quiet conversations. Respectful encounters meant to help young women decide who they connect with on a personal level. It's a space for clarity, not pressure. In this community, love is never arranged nor forced. Girls may meet several suitors over months or years, learning what they want in a partner. Their choices are respected and final. And when a match is found, the resulting wedding, often humble in ceremony, is rich in authenticity. There are no grand dowries, no staged rituals, just two people standing before their community, bonded by genuine affection. What makes the Krung tradition even more powerful is the outcome. Divorce is nearly unheard of. Relationships are formed not out of expectation, but deep compatibility. In this remote corner of Cambodia, without phones, apps, or Instagram filters, people have preserved a tradition of slow love, a reminder that the best unions begin with patience, autonomy, and the space to truly know one another. In a time where relationships are often commodified and rushed, the Krung stand as a quiet beacon of emotional wisdom, proof that sometimes the most radical thing a society can do is to let love unfold naturally. A food tour around town on a Vespa. Cambodia offers a delicious and exciting way to explore its culinary scene through a food tour on a Vespa. But this isn't just a ride through the city, it's an immersive cultural adventure. As you cruise through the vibrant streets of Phnom Penh, your guide leads you to hidden food gems, from humble roadside vendors to family-run eateries tucked away in alleyways. Along the way, you'll hear the stories behind each dish, discover the meaning of traditional ingredients, and witness how local food is prepared. Signature dishes you'll encounter include amak, a savory steamed fish dish wrapped in banana leaves, rich with coconut milk and spices; ban chow, crispy pancakes filled with shrimp, pork, and herbs; and preah, a pungent fermented fish paste that might shock newcomers but is beloved by locals. There's also Khmer red curry, a smooth and fragrant dish that's milder than its Thai counterpart, yet equally memorable. Riding a Vespa makes it easy to weave through narrow streets and pause at bustling markets while soaking up the energy of Cambodian street life. If you're looking to eat your way through Cambodia like a true local, this tour is the perfect bite-sized adventure. One of the world's greatest wonders, the mystique of Angkor. Cambodia is home to Angkor Wat, a masterpiece of ancient engineering and spiritual devotion. Built in the early 12th century under King Suryavarman II, this temple complex was originally dedicated to Vishnu, making it one of the few major Hindu temples in Southeast Asia. Over time, it transitioned into a Buddhist site, reflecting the changing faith of the Khmer Empire, spanning over 160 hectares, about 400 acres. Angkor Wat holds the Guinness World Record for the largest religious structure in the world. But the marvel doesn't end there. Venture a few kilometers away and you'll reach Angkor Thom, the ancient capital city built by King Jayavarman VII. Its iconic centerpiece, Bayon Temple, features over 200 serene stone faces carved into towering spires, each one believed to represent either the king himself or the bodhisattva of compassion, Avalokiteshvara. These faces gaze outward in every direction, giving Bayon its mystical, all-seeing quality. Even more surreal is Ta Prohm, a temple left largely untouched to showcase nature's power. Here, colossal roots of silk cotton trees engulf entire walls and doorways, as if reclaiming the stone for the jungle. Photographers and adventurers alike are drawn to this hauntingly beautiful site, immortalized in popular culture through Tomb Raider. And yet, despite tourism and research, large portions of Angkor remain unexcavated. Underground tunnels, buried shrines, and ancient water systems lie waiting beneath the soil. whispers of a lost kingdom still echoing beneath the Cambodian earth. Cambodia's most famous traditional festivals, where time stops and tradition reigns. Cambodia's festivals are not just cultural events. They're sacred lifelines that bind generations through shared memory, spirituality, and joy. The most cherished is Chul Chnam Thmeh, or Khmer New Year, held in mid-April. Marking both the end of the dry season and the traditional Solar New Year, it's a 3-day national celebration. Families cleanse their homes, erect colorful shrines, and visit temples to receive blessings. But it's the water fights that turn cities into playgrounds. Locals and tourists alike join in spirited battles, symbolizing purification and renewal. In contrast, Chum Ben in late September or early October takes on a somber tone. Known as the Festival of the Ancestors, Cambodians believe the spirits of the dead return to seek food and forgiveness. For 15 days, families offer rice balls, fruits, and incense at pagodas, often before sunrise. It's a time of deep reflection, and elders tell tales of how ignoring the dead may invite misfortune. Come November, joy returns with Bon Om Tuk, the epic water festival, celebrating the rare reversal of the Tonle Sap River's flow. In Phnom Penh, this means dazzling boat races on the Mekong River, illuminated by fireworks and music. Rowers in dragon boats paddle to the cheers of thousands, while offerings are made to water deities to ensure good harvests. Each of these festivals, whether solemn or exuberant, highlights the Cambodian spirit, one that honors ancestors, cherishes community, and celebrates life in its most vivid colors. Cost of living in Cambodia. Budget. Living with cultural luxury. Living in Cambodia offers a rare blend of affordability, comfort, and exotic charm, making it increasingly popular among expatriates, digital nomads, and retirees. In Phnom Penh, the capital, you can rent a furnished one-bedroom apartment in the city center for as low as $300 to $500 per month. In smaller cities like Siem Reap or Battambang, or even in the suburbs, the price drops to $150 to $250. Monthly utilities, including electricity, water, gas, and fast internet, typically cost between $50 and $75. For food lovers, local markets offer fresh tropical fruits, vegetables, and meats at low prices, while restaurant meals can be had for $3 to $5. A monthly grocery budget averages around $100 to $150, depending on whether you shop local or prefer imported goods. Transportation is just as economical. Short tuk-tuk rides cost $1 to $3, and renting a scooter will run you about $60 to $100 per month, including basic maintenance. Medical care is also inexpensive, with many opting for private clinics offering quality service at a fraction of Western costs. With its mix of modern cafes, co-working space, street food, and ancient temples, Cambodia offers a comfortable, connected lifestyle, without the financial pressure found in other Asian cities. All in all, a solo resident can enjoy a good standard of living on $600 to $800 a month outside the capital and $800 to $1,000 to $1,500 a month in central Phnom Penh. It's a lifestyle many dream of, serene, affordable, and full of discovery. The whispering trees of Preah Vihear, when forests speak. High atop the Dungrik Mountains near Cambodia's border with Thailand lies Preah Vihear, a 9th century temple perched dramatically on a cliff, dedicated to the Hindu god Shiva. It's a lesser-known site compared to Angkor, but many locals claim it holds deeper spiritual power, especially because of the mysterious phenomenon known as the whispering trees. According to village lore, during certain wind conditions, particularly at night, the trees surrounding the temple emit rhythmic rustling patterns that sound like chanting or even human speech. Elders say these are messages from the gods or voices of the ancient Khmer ancestors who once prayed here. The effect is most pronounced just before dawn, when the winds change and a supernatural hush falls over the forest. Some monks who once meditated here claimed to have received visions, insights about life, war, or even personal destinies, while listening to these trees. The belief runs so deep that even skeptical scientists who visited the area admitted the soundscape was uniquely haunting. While they attribute the noise to airflow interacting with the mountain's vegetation and rock walls, locals remain convinced of its sacred origin. Today, visitors come not just for the views, but to leave offerings at the base of the whispering trees. Small bundles of rice, lotus flowers, incense sticks, and prayers scrawled on paper. In Cambodia, where animist beliefs still live alongside Buddhism, these trees are guardians of memory, mystery, and meaning. We've just explored 18 incredible, real, and unexpected facts about Cambodia. Thank you for staying with us until the end of this travel documentary. We hope this journey gave you a new perspective on this fascinating country. See you in the next video, where culture comes to life.